Hey guys, third video on excretion. We're going to try and cover the lungs and the skin. Lungs is going to be very quick. When we look at the lungs, they kind of have a triangle shape to them, kind of in your chest cavity. Obviously, they sort of wrap around the heart, take up all of that space. They can expand, they can contract. All right, they don't have any muscle to them, but the muscles of our diaphragm and the muscles of our chest can open up and allow air in. Now, what is the lungs getting rid of? It's getting rid of carbon dioxide. The most important thing in the respiration is the creation of carbon dioxide from the burning of sugar with oxygen. CO2 is a waste product. So we have to get rid of that or we certainly will die. We get rid of some water, like if you breathe on your hand, it's a little bit wet. We lose about a half a liter of water, depending if we're exercising or not through there. And we do lose a little bit of heat through there. Now, if you think about other animals like dogs that are not able to sweat, they get rid of most of their heat by panting. Or if you look at an alligator, they do what's called gaping. They open that mouth up, all right, to allow heat. So it's a little bit of heat is lost through there. Not a great amount. Now, when we look at the skin, there's only one part on excretion, but I'm going to give you all 5 parts when we talk about this in this unit. Sort of like skin is kind of almost like its own unit. It's called the integumentary system. The skin is the largest organ of the body. So the liver is the largest internal organ, but the skin is much larger than that in surface area. 5 main functions, one of which we've talked about before. It's a mechanical barrier. It keeps stuff out. It's the number one and most important thing in our first line defense of keeping stuff out of the body. It's waterproof, it's bacteria proof, it's virus proof. We look at this COVID going right now. It doesn't go through the skin, all right? It goes in through your nose or your mouth or your ears or your eyes and gets into the body. Mostly through the mouth, okay? Now, sense of touch, different receptors in the skin. We have sort of 5 types: hot, cold, pain, touch, and pressure. You know, you put your hand on a hot stove, you have a reflex that will protect you from burning your hand. Those receptors send messages to the brain, all right, and very fast. Some of those are so fast, they're called reflexes. The skin helps with body temp regulation, evaporation through sweat. Whenever we get hot, we start sending that blood to the skin, and it triggers the sweating mechanism, helps get rid of heat. We produce vitamin D. When our skin is exposed to sunlight, which sun is good for us in moderate amounts, too much, obviously you can burn your skin cancer, all that. But we do need sunlight to produce vitamin D, and that helps with the absorption of calcium. That's why when you look at your milk jug, it will say vitamin D added. Okay, especially older people that are maybe not getting out enough, they're not making enough vitamin D to absorb the calcium, their bones get fragile. So we want to be out in the sun some. It's good for us. And lastly, and kind of applies most to this unit, we do use our body to get, or our skin to get rid of waste products. We get rid of salt, that's why your sweat is salty. We get rid of water, okay? And we get rid of urea. So our sweat has a bad smell to it. You know, everybody, you know, you're in a locker room, everybody's sweating, it stinks. That smell is urea, which is the same waste product that comes out in our urine when we go pee. So it's not quite as concentrated, but it's still there. And that's why, like, if you're an athlete, you know, your shirt will smell, or your hockey equipment, that's from the urea, which is virtually the same as our urine, just not as concentrated, a little bit less there. Okay, so that's the 5 functions of the skin. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.